Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Ambitious Coach Podcast. Tomorrow is Easter around here. Happy Easter to everyone who celebrates. We always have a really long day planned. We are starting off with the Easter Bunny in the morning. So that's first thing. And then we're heading to my mother-in-law's for baskets and fun games. She always has a ton of activities for us to do. I'm going to head to my grandpa's house. He's, I think, 95 years old. So I really can't skimp out on that because I just never know when this is the last year. So yeah, and then where do we do? We go to my aunt's house later on in the day, which luckily my aunt lives like 5 minutes down the road. So we hang out there for dinner and then we finally come home. It's a long, long day for us. But then the kids go back to school on Monday. So yay, spring break will officially be over. And I'm not sure if you guys saw my stories this week, but earlier, I think it was Sunday going into Monday, we went to Chicago for the night. And we started at the Slime Institute. It's called, I think, SLUMU, the SLUMU Institute, which is, I guess, code word for slime. And to me, it was a little underwhelming because I'm not really into slime and I'm not a kid. But the kids really did enjoy it. I don't really know if it was worth the money, in my opinion, but it was nice. We did have a fun hotel stay downtown. We walked around, did some sightseeing on Michigan Avenue. We bought my youngest an American Girl doll and took my oldest to Hollister and let her pretty much buy whatever she wanted. It was a day, but a perfect little getaway for the night. And yeah, I know in the summer, we usually plan a bigger family trip. We might do some camping trips and that sort of stuff this summer. So I'm just looking forward. We only have like less than 2 months of school left, which is so crazy. But yeah. All right. Enough about me. This episode is for you. And this is going to be all about like how to stop obsessing over views and how to really sell to your hot audience. So when I first started my coaching business 8 years ago, I had always told myself that likes, views, comments, all that sort of stuff just doesn't matter. Every single mentor that I've ever had secretly had like a semi-strict rule around, hey guys, we're not talking about getting more likes in this program because that's really not what this is about. So ever since I started this, I just always had in the back of my mind that likes aren't that big of a deal. They're not the end all be all. They're not actually the reason you're going to be making more money. I've actually had a lot of people come into my one-on-one program with a ton of followers, like thousands of followers. And some were even getting hundreds of likes on posts, but they were getting on 0 sales calls. Like nothing was happening on the other end of their business. You know what I mean? So the likes do not equal the amount of money in your bank account. So write that somewhere. All right. So stop obsessing over that. The thing that you need to remember is that you aren't marketing to the masses. You aren't trying to sell to everybody in the world about you and your program. And you probably have heard this before, but I'm going to say it again. When you market to everybody, you're actually marketing to nobody. Your messaging gets watered down. You are trying to heavily focus on a very small amount of people who actually need and want your help. Your program isn't for everyone, and you know that. Ideally, you need to create content specifically for the person who truly wants to join your program. That's who you're marketing to. And our ego gets in the way sometimes and forgets that you aren't doing all of this for the likes on social media. You'll need to constantly remind yourself that as you go down this road of entrepreneurship, your ego is wanting to crave that love. It wants to be admired. It is looking for that dopamine hit from the engagement and the number of likes, right? So like when you see that viewer count go up, your body immediately goes, ooh, that's exciting, right? And so our ego is desperately seeking that. So you kind of might have to do like an ego death here, okay? So what you should be doing is creating content for that specific person who knows that they have a problem and is actively looking for the solution to that problem, okay? You are selling to your hot audience, the one who has probably been silently stalking your profile for weeks, that silent lurker who loves doing your stories, probably has downloaded your freebies, maybe he reads all of your emails that you send out to your email list. And sometimes though, you don't even know this person at all. You've probably maybe you've never even seen their name pop up. They might not have downloaded anything, and that's okay. You may not have even had a conversation with them yet, but they are there. And I think you just need to trust that your ideal clients are there. And I literally write down all the time in my journal that I trust that my ideal clients will find me. And weirdly, most of my one-on-one clients have come out of nowhere. They weren't in my DMs or sending me emails for weeks asking about my services or to, give them tips and tricks or anything like that. They were not doing that. And guys, and I know I'm a little biased here because I have had my brand now for many, many years. But even when I was first getting started, I was having a ton of conversations. And I was signing clients there. And that's a lot of what I teach inside my one-on-one program is like, hey, to have more of a predictable business, you can, but you have to know that you have to have a lot of conversations with people. But I also, as I kind of took a step back from that strategy a bit, my referrals started coming in, right? Like you've built a brand, like those people that you helped a lot at the beginning are like your brand ambassadors. They're shouting your names in Facebook groups or in DM conversations with their friends saying, hey, if you need help, you need to go to Allison, right? And so most of your clients will come from referrals or literally just pop out of nowhere. And this is what you also need to remember too, is people can randomly find you on Instagram, TikTok, or maybe in a random Facebook group or something, right? They can. But you might also be wondering, Allison, I do want to have a more predictable business. So as I said earlier, a lot of what I did at the beginning of my business was I had conversations. And I do believe that you can create your own clients too, in addition to, like I said, the random people that just come out of nowhere, okay? You don't necessarily need to be waiting for clients. The best way to have a more predictable business is to have conversations, to go to the people, to actually talk to your followers and people on your email list. Engage in conversations. The more conversations that you have and the more people that know you exist, the more money you will make. So you have some control over this, but then also just know that you don't as well, because that's entrepreneurship, sadly. It's not something that you have massive control over. So here are some things that you can control. How consistent you are with your posts, how consistent you are with emails, having conversations, how you literally just show up on your stories or how you show up on podcasts or collaborations, whatever that you decide to do. Make more moves, okay? These moves will prove to you that you can create your own clients, and also just trust that a lot of them you won't know until they actually book that sales call or just join the program. So if right now you're feeling like, Allison, what do I do to get more leads and to sign more clients? Stop worrying about creating content for everybody. Stop worrying about getting more likes. And what you need to be focusing on is the actual person who wants to join your program. The empowered mom or the empowered woman, whoever that is ready to join today. So have conversations, put yourself in rooms where your ideal client is hanging out, okay? Set up collaborations, build real strategic business relationships. Business doesn't have to be so hard. And a lot of you know what things that you need to be doing every day to make money, but you might feel a little paralyzed. And this is a lot of what I help my clients with inside one-on-one coaching, is just getting so organized with your business strategy. And right now I have openings for my 3-month and 6-month one-on-one coaching program. And every single week we will strategically figure out, what is that next move? What is the thing that I need to be focusing on right now to make more money? So together, we're going to come up with your content strategy, how to get more followers, how to get more people just in your audience. We're going to build real business relationships and so much more. We'll have weekly calls. You'll have unlimited access to me via Telegram, which is a free voice and text support app. And then you also get access to all of my signature business programs. The investment for my one-on-one program for my 3 months is $3,500 USD. And then for my 6-month, it's $5,000 USD. And of course, there are payment plans for all of these, so no worries there. So if you'd like to learn more about my one-on-one opportunities, click the link in my show notes. If you have questions, send me a DM on Instagram at AllisonHenderson_coach. All right, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you again next week. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at AllisonHenderson_coach. That's ALLISON Henderson_coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.